Today we are recreating Hailey Bieber's peachy, beachy summer makeup routine, and we're seeing how it fares on Latina skin. So the first thing Hailey starts with is skin prep, and I already have my skincare on from earlier, but I'm gonna go in with this primer from YSL. This is the Touche Éclat Blur Primer. It just sits decently well on the skin. I've used this a few times, and because this makeup routine calls for a skin tint and not a foundation, I thought this could be nice just to smooth out my skin a teeny tiny bit. This is what the skin is looking like with the primer. After she does her skin prep, she does the bronzing wand, and let's see where she applies it. Okay, she's applying it up on her cheekbones, and then she brings it a little bit to her forehead. This is the Sunny Bay Skin Bayside Sea Sculpt Self Tanner, and this only comes in one shade, I believe, so that is something to know if you were interested in buying it. So she puts it up on top of her cheekbones. She contours like this with it, and then she has a little bit on her forehead. And honestly, I might just put some on my jawline and my nose like I normally do, but she mainly wears it on her cheeks and her forehead. And this actually blends out really nicely. Okay, cute. It looks natural. It looks bronzy. I like this. Next, she goes in with her concealer, and it's seeming like, okay, let's reverse a little bit. And she puts it under her eyes, sculpts out her cheekbones a little bit, puts it a little bit around her nose, and then in between her eyebrows. She's using an Hourglass concealer, but I have the Luminous Soap from Armani Beauty, and I think they're kind of like the same shade vibes, if that makes sense, because her concealer definitely looks like it's more for brightening and not for like concealing. So I think this is a good shade for me when it comes to this routine. But she does a little dot around the eyes, a little around the nose, in between her eyebrows, and then she sculpts out her cheeks with it, like right under the cheekbone. She blends it out with the brush, and this might be the shape I want. This is the Benefit Multitasking Cheek Brush. The concealer brushes I own are really small, and I think I need something bigger. Oh, but this is like not as dense. Maybe I can make it denser. This is exactly what I want. Okay, this is actually really cool. I have never used this brush. Wow, and that just like extended it. Okay, cool. But I'm gonna go over here first. Wow, that's blending really nicely. This is the concealer. We blended the concealer, let's see. And now she goes in with the skin tint to marry everything together, and she's using the Hourglass one, but I'm gonna use the Glossier Perfecting Skin Tint. This is one of my favorite skin tints. She just really lightly goes over everything to marry it together, which she mentions multiple times. This is really sealing everything together. I really like the steps that she has as underpainting. Guys, the base is basing, and it literally feels like I'm barely wearing any makeup. Okay, and then next she's going in with some pressed powder. This is so controversial, but the only pressed powder I own is Rare Beauty, so I will be using Rare Beauty to do my Hailey Bieber makeup routine. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm not picking a side. If I am gonna pick a side, it's gonna be Selena, but this wasn't the intention, okay? She seems to just apply it all over her face, so I'm gonna do so as well. And I like this powder because it is slightly tinted. She uses a translucent shade, but she is white and I am not, so a lot of times translucents just give me terrible white cast. So I like this pressed powder because it does have some pigment. So she's doing her blush, I think, after the powder, which is kind of interesting to me, but I'm following the routine. She uses a pinky peachy shade, but I honestly think this is the closest I have to that. Okay. I think on it is kind of giving what she was giving, okay? And I also think I put way too much on, but that's okay. She puts it on her cheeks, and then she seems to have it on her nose as well, so I'm just gonna make sure I blend this out really good. Okay, it's looking cute. After the blush, she is putting a little bit of what seems like a brown shadow in her crease. So I have this little YSL palette, and I'm just gonna use this lightest brown shade right here on a fluffy brush. And then she's doing a little bit of lip liner. For the same vibe as hers, we're gonna try the Tower 28 one liner in Paint My Number. And I did get this after I saw Billie Eilish using it. And just buffing it out a teeny tiny bit. Cute. And she just goes in with a tiny bit of highlighter on her cheekbones and a little bit above her lip, and then I think she's done. And I'm using the Cookie highlighter from Benefit. It's one of my favorite like gold-ish highlighters. I never apply my highlighter with my finger, so this is actually kind of intimidating to me. I always go in with the fan brush because yes, I did learn how to do my makeup in 2016 on YouTube, so you know. And I don't think she puts any down the bridge of her nose, which sounds completely incorrect to me, but we're just gonna go with it. According to the video, that is her final makeup look, and this is what it looks like on me. And looking in the mirror, honestly, this looks like a very natural, very lightweight look. And I actually do really like this, so I probably will be incorporating this because, like, look at it. It still looks like me. It doesn't look over the top. I feel very comfortable and I feel like I could wear this literally all day. And I also love the little self-tanning contour stick because it's like sculpting my face. Like, how great is that? Guys, I'm a fan. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time.